We have reached that point in the show. NFL Week 1 predictions. We're finally here. And we need some music. We need some football music. Let's throw this on. Yeah. Yeah. Yes. This is great. All right. I think this is probably good volume. I hope. Maybe a little bit lower. All right. We'll keep it at that. All right. So, Seth is not here, but we're still doing the pick 'em. So, I'm going to go ahead and open up Mr. Seth's text message. Giving up all the picks. All right. So, opening night of the NFL. The Detroit Lions head to Arrowhead to take on the Chiefs. Seth, taking the Lions. I will also take the Lions. Look, okay, Chris Jones, he's holding out. We don't know if he's going to play. Hopefully he doesn't play. Doesn't seem like he's going to play. Travis Kelce also may be hurt, may not play, and even if he does play, seems like he's going to be limited to in his ability. So I think the Lions are going to go into this game. I think they're going to win the game. I really do. I think it's going to be a statement win for the Lions for sure. And it's going to set the tone, I think, for the season. Up next, Panthers. Heading on the road, taking on the Falcons. Seth, let's see. He has the Falcons winning this game. I agree. Falcons have a great running game, and when we have a great running game, you can control the clock much easier. The Panthers are going to be in the experience of Bryce Young. And like I said, Bryce Young, he could be good, but we'll just have to wait and see with him because he could also be very, very bad because he's undersized, and I don't know. He's just not going to be in a great situation. We'll see, though. We'll see. The Ravens taking on the Texans. Now, I'm just going to check, but yeah, Seth is going to take the Ravens on this one. I will also take the Ravens. Look, the Texans are bad. The Texans are very, very bad. I think most Texans fans know this. I don't think they're going to win this game. The Ravens are good. I think Lamar Jackson, he usually has strong starts to the season. I think he's going to have a strong start. This is going to be a show-off game. This is going to be where all the Lamar Jackson for MVP talks. I think that's where all this comes out after he scores like 5 touchdowns against the Texans. So, all right. Bengals heading on the road to take on the Browns. Seth's got the Bengals. Now, this is a tricky one because the Bengals under Joe Burrow have had an awful record against the Browns. I think that Joe Burrow, he's either beaten the Browns just once or never. But I'm just going to be honest. I think the Bengals are going to win this game. It's like, look, at some point, these sorts of things, they just have to settle themselves out. I think the Bengals are going to come off in a strong start to the season. Like I said, I think Joe Burrow is going to be fighting for an MVP this year. I think this is the season that he really takes that step forward. So I got the Bengals winning this game. Up next, the Jaguars. Heading on the road to take on the Colts. Seth has the Jaguars. I will also take the Jaguars. We have not diverged from one another at all so far. So, think about this. Look, Trevor Lawrence, we'll see what kind of quarterback he is. And he's got a really pretty easy start, just to say the least. Indoor environment. It's on the road. It's a divisional opponent. But it's the Colts. I think they're going to come away with this game. Defensively, I don't really know where the Jaguars stand, but they got to be better than the Colts, right? I mean, we'll see. We'll see. Buccaneers heading on the road to take on the Vikings. Let's see. Seth's given the Vikings the win here. I think this is where we're going to diverge. I'm taking the Buccaneers. And for one reason, because I'm not a believer in this defense for the Vikings, and because it got worse, I think that Baker Mayfield is going to have a game where he just looks a little bit better than people were expecting to, and there's going to be a little moment. It's the Baker Mayfield revival in Tampa Bay. A good win against a former playoff team last year, and I think, like I said, I think the Vikings could be taking a step back this year. I got the Buccaneers shocking the world, potentially. Titans on the road take on the Saints. Let's see. Where? Seth. take the Saints in this one. I will go to agree. I think the Saints are going to win this game. I think this is going to be another one of those games where it's like, Saints are going to make a miracle. Derek Carr is going to have a good game. He's going to have a connection with Chris Olave. People are going to be like, oh my gosh, Derek Carr revival tour. And, eventually the season plays out and it doesn't work out. But, look, I think the Titans are a very bad team. I think they're a very, very bad team. I think the Saints are probably a middle team, so I think the Saints probably come away with a win there. Niners and Steelers. Seth is going to go with the 49ers. I'm going to go with the Steelers. The reason I'm going to go with the Steelers here is because the Steelers, they're a little bit of an enigma as a team, for one. But secondly, the Niners last year, I think it was opening week, they lost to the Bears. And we're really still not sure what kind of quarterback Brock Purdy is. And he's going to have to go on the road against one of the smartest defensive coaches in the league, in Mike Tom. So we'll see. It's going to be a really good game, I think. It's going to be a game to watch for. But I'm going to go with the Steelers to pull off a pretty marquee win. Cardinals at the Commanders. Let's see. Seth, going with the Commanders. I'm also going with the Commanders. I mean, look, I don't need to say much. Like, the Commanders are not good. But the Cardinals are an insult to the game of football. They are one of the most abysmal teams. They're going to be starting Josh Dobbs that game. And I don't care how bad Sam Howell is. He cannot be worse than Josh Dobbs. So, look. I think Sam Howell's probably going to have a couple of... It's going to be similar. It's like, he's going to look pretty decent. Jahad Dotson, Scary Terry, he's got a pretty good wide receiver group there in Washington. So, we'll see. Packers-Bears. America's game of the week. Who does Seth have? Seth has got the Packers. I'm going to agree with him. We have agreed on most of these. I'm going to agree with him. I think the Packers are going to make the Bears look very stupid. Because Justin Fields is not a good quarterback. I've been saying it all year. Justin Fields is not good. Jordan Love is also not good. Well, at least we don't know. So, I think he's probably going to look decent. I think he's probably going to look decent against the Bears. The Bears don't have a defense. And I think the Packers probably have a better defense than the Bears do in offense. So, yeah, I think the Packers are probably going to win. They always beat the Bears. Who am I kidding? Come on. Raiders heading on the road to take on the Broncos. Ooh, Seth as the Broncos winning this game. I am going to diverge again. I'm taking the Raiders. The Raiders are going to win this game. Jimmy G and Devontae Adams. That's going to be an interesting tandem. And I think the Broncos are just so set for failure in this season. I'm going with the Raiders. It's really hard for me to believe in the Broncos. It's really hard for me to believe in Russ Wilson. I'm going to go with the Raiders. Both win. Dolphins at Chargers. You already know. Seth's taking the Chargers. Oh, man. I don't want to not pick the Chargers. So I'm not. I'm not taking the Dolphins. I like the Dolphins this year. But look, it's going to be in LA. Home crowd, quote unquote, for the Chargers. Home crowd. And the Dolphins defensively, I think, are going to be weaker than they are offensively. And we'll see if the Chargers defense, if like Joey Bosa can just be an animal. We'll see. But look, I think the Chargers are probably going to win this game. I'll just say that. Patriots and the Eagles. I'm going with the Eagles. Seth is going with the Eagles. Eagles are one of the most elite teams. Defensively, not only, but offensively for sure. The only worry I have is that Matt Patricia's on that coaching staff. Only worry. But, look, Patriots are just so boring. They're so unbelievably boring. I can't take them in this game. I just can't. I think Jalen Hurts is going to have a field day on them. Next, we have the Rams heading to Seattle, taking on the Seahawks. Seth has got the Seahawks. I agree. Seahawks are going to win this game. The Rams are very, very bad. Matthew Stafford is probably going to be without Cooper Kupp. And he's coming off of an injury, and he's not getting any younger. I think the Seahawks defensively are going to make him look very, very poor. Which, hey, couldn't happen to a nicer guy, am I right? I say that with some sympathy for Matthew Stafford. Hey, he got us our 2 first-round picks. He got us Aiden Hutchinson, or not Aiden Hutchinson. He got us, was it Jahmyr Gibbs and I guess Jamison Williams? We'll see. And I don't know if that turns out to be well, but whatever. We'll see. And against Jericho. I don't know if that's a victory. We'll see what happens. Cowboys, Giants, Sunday Night Football. Seth is going with the G, man. I am also going to go with the G. I think the Cowboys are not good, but they're slightly better than the Giants. But the Giants are going to come out and win this game. I think this is prime. This is a prime game for the Giants, for the Cowboys to lose, in my opinion. This just feels like a Cowboys loss. So, yeah. Seth, final game, Monday night. Bills at the Jets. Seth is going with the Bills. I will also go with the Bills. Look, I don't think Aaron Rodgers has it. And like I said, I think this is going to be a real coming out party for Josh Allen this year. I'm going to go with the Bills. So, looks like we agreed on most of these. But here we go. Here's a rundown. Lions, Chiefs. We both got the Lions. Panthers, Falcons. We both got the Falcons. Texans, Ravens. We both got the Ravens. Bengals, Browns. We both got the Bengals. Jaguars, Colts. We both got the Jaguars. Buccaneers, Vikings. Seth's got the Vikings. I've got the Buccaneers. Titans, Saints. We both got the Saints. 49ers, Steelers. Seth's got the 49ers. I got the Steelers. Cardinals, Commanders. We both got the Commanders. Packers, Bears. We both got the Packers. Raiders, Broncos. Seth's got the Broncos. I've got the Raiders. Dolphins, Chargers. We both got the Chargers. Eagles, Patriots. We both have the Eagles. Rams, Seahawks. We both have the Seahawks. Cowboys, Giants. We both have the Giants. And Bills, Jets. We both have the Jets. So that is where we wrap it up. Hey there, what you just watched was actually a clip from a larger show that we do every Tuesday night. What are you doing Tuesday night? Go ahead and hit the subscribe button and the like button so that you don't miss out on any more of our weekly shows every single Tuesday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Hope to see you there.